I don't know if anybody can hear me, but I am live. We are live here. I'm plugging in my headphones. Had to finish that Dwayne Underwood article that I'm going to tweet out now on the Fireside Yankees page. I really appreciate you guys stopping by if my headphones want to work. But hey, the Yankees, obviously was hot stove tonight. Gonna go through some of the quotes that I picked up during that time span and talk a little bit about the Dwayne Underwood signing. It's not a huge signing, but definitely something that, the Yankees, hey, it's the Yankees and relief pitchers, right? There are a few things the Yankees do better than developing relief pitchers. Just give me a second to tweet this stuff out, and then we'll get right into this. So yeah, did not expect the guy to, a minor league player sign. Obviously, that's not a huge news. Dwayne Underwood Jr. off on a minor league contract as the Yankees is the team. They're their pitching depth with a project reliever. Yamamoto gonna happen. Hold on. I really apologize, guys. Just heads in a million places right now. All right. Now that article is out, now we can get back to handling this live stream, which is the thing we want to handle, of course. I'm going to tweet out the link. I appreciate you guys all stopping by. I'm really excited to get into today's live stream. Really getting excited to talk about really what we've got going on the live stream. For some reason, I turned on feedback. Having a weird start to this podcast, or I guess this live stream. I'm just going to tweet out the thumbnail and tell everybody to stop on by, and we're going to get started with MLB Channel says, "What's up? I hope you're doing well, my man. Nice to see you too. It's nice to see you, man. And I'm doing well. I'm doing good. What's up, Ryan? Yankee fan 777. What's up? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. Hanging in there. A little tired, but hanging in there here for what should be a really fun stream. And we're gonna get to talk a little bit about Yankee hot stove, and not that there was anything new, but just kind of a refresher of like, hey, the Yankees are still in this. They feel optimistic. Blah blah blah. We are live talking about related news. All right. So looking tall today, Tyler. I am still 5'8", unfortunately. That has not changed. Yamamoto got to happen. I hope so, man. I really, really, really hope that we end up with Yamamoto. I think it's something that, like, the way I look at it is the New York Yankees end up with Yamamoto. They are a different franchise. They feel like a different franchise. The excitement, the buzz, the energy, all that stuff, it would be through the roof. So, definitely really excited to see how that stuff plays out. But, some of the things that Jack Curry said today, I'm going to pull up the first quote. The Yankees were optimistic about their chances, and they scouted him extensively while in Japan. So, I kind of talked about how they've been scouting for, apparently they've been scouting him for multiple years. I had known that beforehand. They have been scouting him for multiple years. They've been interested in him for a while. Ultimately, I think that the New York Yankees are going to be I think they're going to end up with a pretty big offer. Now, we actually did have a guy like we did have a guy like Jack Curry. We did have Jack MLB Nerds pop onto the podcast this afternoon, excuse me, all over the place. Let me just settle down a little bit. Good Lord. Popped a Red Bull before this, so I'm a little juiced on energy. But anyways, we had MLB Nerds, Jack Ozilla-Heron on, and he had talked about, the Yankees are going to definitely be, deeper in this bidding war than some people think. The Yankees really like this guy. They love Yoshinobu Yamamoto. They've been scouting him for years. This is their guy. This is a guy they believe, is a top 5 caliber pitcher in this game, and they're going to do what it takes to go out and get him. So I'm definitely encouraged that the Yankees are going to show a lot of interest. Again, it's just a matter of, all right, will the interest be reciprocated? And, will Yamamoto pick the Yankees? That's really it, right? That's really the situation. So, Pistol Pete goes, Cashman's wakey wakey. Yep. Big time signing with Dwayne Underwood Jr. I actually like the pickup. I actually think he could be pretty good. Not gonna lie. I kind of like it a little bit. Trevor Alley goes, what's up, Brian? Trevor, I hope you're having a good time. Jose Carrion goes, what's going on with Yamamoto? We obviously already have Soto. So that's part one. Part two, we're kind of waiting. We're waiting to see, where Yamamoto ends up. We're waiting to see who he picks. We're waiting to see, what the New York Yankees, where they stand in this. We don't know. The Yankees are certainly optimistic. I imagine that their optimism means that they're going to be heavily involved in this race. But just because they're optimistic doesn't mean they're going to land him, right? Like that's the big caveat here. Nothing's a guarantee. However, I will say I feel really good about the Yankees' chances. Jack Curry seems to feel good about the Yankees' chances. A lot of people seem to feel really good about their chances going into this. So I'm going to feel pretty good about it as well. MVL says, what are we thinking about the Carlos Baerga rumors? Reliability seems sketchy. I don't buy it. I'm not going to lie. The offer is literally what Jim Bowden put on The Athletic article. So he might have just gotten a poor translation of something or of some information. I just don't buy the report. I don't think that would be public knowledge. If you want me to kind of pour cold water on that, the exact offer he put out is the offer that Jim Bowden used in his article. And I'm going to put a lot of doubt on the idea that the New York Yankees, offered him the same contract that Jim Bowden put out there. Like, I just don't buy it. And again, we're still we don't have an exact team yet. So, I just want the New York Yankees I think the Yankees are going to go out and handle this the right way, have strong process. But, end of the day, I don't think they have that 304 offer on the table. I don't think that's true. Let's go Yanks. Anthony Watkins. I agree, my man. Let's go Yankees, baby. Yep. Dwayne Underwood Jr. did sign a minor league contract with the Yankees. Good cutter, really good cutter. He has a really good cutter. I think his cutter is going to be a big weapon for him because he's really struggled against left-handed hitting. I think Dwayne Underwood Jr.'s strong sinker is certainly a factor here too. The issue is just the secondary pitches. I don't know if he has a plus breaking ball. Like, I wouldn't consider any of his breaking balls plus pitches. His curveball solid. It's not great. He kind of needs, maybe he adds a sweeper. Maybe that's the fix for him. He does profile as a type of guy who would do well with a sweeper. So again, we'll wait and see on that front. But, end of the day, I do believe that this is at least an interesting signing for the Yankees, as is any bullpen signing for the Yankees at this point. What's up, dude? I can't wait till the season starts. Cashman better get his act together. Cashman's sleeping. I'm joking about that, obviously. But look, I think that, Brian Cashman's going to do his due diligence. I'm very confident in the fact that the New York Yankees are going to get some things done in the coming weeks. The rumor that the Yankees, it's from Jim Bowden. It's not what they offered. Everybody should dismiss that report. I hate to say it. What is your prediction for the Yankees bullpen next year? Is anything resembling last year's number one bullpen ERA a realistic possibility? Heard some doubts from some people that have me worried. Thoughts? BJ Blitz, they lost Wandy Peralta, but they're replacing with Victor Gonzalez. The question you have is Victor Gonzalez going to be as good as Wandy Peralta was last year? I'm going to say no in terms of run prevention. But what I will say is that going forward, I don't think their ERAs are going to be drastically different. And then, you're looking at, some of the other guys in that bullpen. You're going to have a healthy Scott Efros. I think that's going to really help. You're going to have Luis Gil. You obviously lose Johnny Bruno, Randy Vasquez, and Michael King. Those are concerns. The Yankees have done a really good job developing pitching. They've done a really good job of adding relievers to their bullpen. They certainly have the prospect capital to, take guys who are good pitchers in their farm system and translate them into bullpen roles, whether that's Will Warren, whether that's Clayton Beater, whether that's Yoenis Gomez, whether that's Luis Gil. They certainly have the talent to do so. It's just a matter of whether they'll translate or not. And, end of the day, I do have confidence that the Yankees are going to finish, within the top 5 in bullpen ERA again. I'm not going to say number 1, but in the top 5. CJ Driscoll goes, do you think there could ever be a possibility for Trevor Bauer in the Yankees? No one ever talks about him. It's good that nobody ever talks about him. He should never go play for the New York Yankees. He should never play Major League Baseball again. Trevor Alley goes, if the Yankees miss out on Yamamoto, don't think they will, but I'll still ask. Rank Shota Imanaga, Shane Bieber, Mitch Keller, Michael Walker, Joe Montgomery, Lucas Giolito, and James Paxton. I'm going to put Paxton last because he has too much of an injury concern to rely on him. So Paxton is last. I'm going to go with Lucas Giolito. I'm going to go with Michael Walker, actually, as second to last, because I think Michael Walker, yes, he's been better than Lucas Giolito over the last few years, but doesn't throw a ton of innings. If you look at his innings workload, he hasn't crossed that 150 mark, and he's kind of a regression candidate. You expect that the numbers are going to get worse ERA-wise at some point, even though he's kind of consistently been overperforming it over the last 2 years. I'll go Giolito's the next pitcher. I think Giolito has a higher upside than Walker and Paxton, stays healthier than Walker and Paxton, so that's why I have him ahead, even though his median outcome hasn't been much different. Then I'm going to put, then this is where I would put Jordan Montgomery. Based on the contract he's going to get, I'm going to put Jordan Montgomery here. I think Jordan Montgomery's upside is similar to Shane Bieber's, but I think the median outcome isn't dramatically different, but the cost is going to be dramatically different. So Montgomery slots in there. Shane Bieber, I think, is the guy right above Montgomery there. We've seen him just a year ago be one of the top 10 or, so pitchers in baseball when he put up a 4.8 F4 and a 2.93 ERA across 200 innings. But, are you going to get that pitcher next year? I know he's working at Driveline. I know that Matt Blake is the guy that Shane Bieber credits for the increased usage of his curveball, and he broke out because of that. But again, there are still question marks about him. I like him, but not enough to put him number one. I'm going to put Shota Imanaga number two. The home runs are a question mark. He does have an above average home run per 9 rate in the bad way. Like, he gives up more home runs than the average pitcher in the MPB. And you wonder how that's going to translate in the United States, where more guys hit home runs. Yankee Stadium's kind of a home run friendly ballpark. You do wonder how it's going to play, but I think the swing and miss stuff, I think the upside is phenomenal here. And again, I think you're going to get a multi-year option here, whereas Shane Bieber costs you prospects and is only a 1-year option. And then number one, I have Mitch Keller. I don't know if this is going to shock people, but I think Mitch Keller would clearly be my number one guy here. Throws a ton of innings, has really good upside, could be a really nice starting pitcher next year. I would love him on the team. I would be so happy with this guy on the New York Yankees. And I just saw a picture of Alex Verdugo shaved, and it is like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, good Lord, I might cry. This is terrible. Anyways, let Matt Blake cook with Victor Gonzalez. I truly do believe that he's going to be a good reliever. I'm really excited to see how he looks next season. His projections are pretty solid. I think it's like a 3.6 ERA. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how, the New York Yankees and Victor Gonzalez pair for the next 3 years. Haven't they been top 3 in bullpen ERA over the last 2 seasons? I believe they were top 3 in 2022. I could be wrong. I'm going to check now. As relievers, ERA. Yeah, the Yankees were 3rd, 2.97, which is kind of fucking ridiculous. 2021, they were 4th. So, they've consistently been one of the 3 or 4, or this past season, the best bullpen in baseball in terms of run prevention. So, certainly an organization that has a strong track record in that regard. You get excited when anytime they take a flyer, even if you think it means nothing, right? Like, that's just the caliber of organization we're talking about here when we're talking about reliever development. Is Heel ready for spring training? I would say yes. He pitched already at the minor league level to end the year. You imagine if he's making minor league outings and he was going 3 innings and he's ready to get into major league action, at least getting at least 1 inning, and definitely spring training. So I don't know if he opens camp with the team, but I do think he's going to have a chance in spring training. They should also get Imanaga as well if the price is right, says Jeets. Can't trust Nestor Cortez's health. I think if they get Yamamoto, they're not going to get Imanaga. I think that kind of takes you out of the Imanaga market. Maybe you can sign a guy like Montas, but I think it takes you out of that market of here's a guy who's going to make, potentially $15 to $20 million a season. I don't think that's going to happen for the New York Yankees. So, personally, I think that would be an epic offseason. You can get both of those guys, but no, it's not going to happen. It's just going to be Yamamoto if it's Yamamoto, or if it's just going to be Imanaga, if it's just Imanaga. So, yeah. So, moving on a little bit. Plus, the Japanese pitchers like a 6-man rotation. Yeah, you can go out and get Montas, do it for cheaper, and that's probably going to be more realistic for the Yankees, considering they just added Juan Soto. They would hypothetically in this situation be adding Yamamoto. And then lastly, the biggest thing would be that the New York Yankees would have an opportunity, or the New York Yankees would have to commit more money to Imanaga, and that takes you out of a little bit of that Soto conversation. It kind of limits the money that you can give real fast. Will you live stream tomorrow? I'm not sure if I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow, Friday. I have some stuff at school that I'm going to have to be handling. It is my finals week, so there is that. But I would say that I'm going to definitely keep doing streams. Sunday and Monday I will not be doing streams, so maybe that probably pushes me to do one Friday. But Friday is definitely going to be kind of up in the air. Saturday, probably not going to happen. Sunday, not going to happen. Monday, not going to happen. So those 2 days will be knocked out for streams. Friday, we'll probably try to do a stream, so it's not a 4-day stretch with no streams. We'll still have you guys with like double uploads on the channel. We want to keep doing that. So don't worry, we will have you guys with content. I'm just not going to be around the Sunday and Monday. I really want Yamamoto as a Yankees fan, but I'm going to be realistic. I think we might have to trade for starters from teams who have depth in their system, starters and relievers. I think the Yankees are going to have backup plans, right? Like, you should always be ready to pivot at any point in time. But, at the end of the day, Yamamoto is their top guy. And I think they are heavily motivated to go out and get a guy like, Yamamoto, who, can anchor the top of the rotation alongside Garrett Cole and give them that 1-2 punch that they've desperately needed. So yeah, I definitely like the idea of going out and getting a guy like Yamamoto, but I don't think they're gonna have to. I don't think we're at the point of like, all right, you got to start getting ready to trade guys. If you would trade for Mitch Keller, who would you trade? Probably do like what, Pereira, Peraza, and like Schmidt. Like that's a 3-player package. I think is like really good. That's a good 3-player package. I think that would get the Pirates talking, right? Like, I think the Pirates get, you can get the Pirates talking on that one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, there's a Pirates fan in here that disagrees, but, I don't think they're going to move Mitch Keller. They seem to be wanting to do some sort of an extension. And I shouldn't, I'm going to preface this by saying I'm speculating right now. But, I think that the way I look at, the situation with the New York Yankees and Mitch Keller, it would be a great fit. But the Pirates also need starting pitching, and he's kind of their best option. So why would they trade him? It's a weird situation. But I definitely do think that the Yankees would have the prospect capital. It's just a matter of the Pirates' motivation. Luisio's throwing in bullpen, Dominican Republic. Yeah, he's been throwing all winter. I have no reason to believe he's not going to throw in spring training, unless he gets hurt, of course. What type of package would the Yankees give up for Bryce Miller if they would be in on him, which I would doubt happens anyways? Yeah, I'm going to doubt that the Mariners are going to be moving pitchers. And if they would, the Yankees aren't the team that matches up the most with them. The Yankees need hitters. The Mariners need hitters. That doesn't really seem like, something that the New York Yankees would, go about. It wouldn't be something I think the New York Yankees are going to end up going about. I don't think that's something that the Mariners necessarily pursue. I think a team like, the Red Sox fit a little bit better in that regard. They do have a surplus of solid hitters. The Yankees don't really have that. The Yankees, their talent's mostly in the pitching department. So, we'll wait and see. Why not get Merrifield to lead off, trade Torres for pitching? Whit Merrifield's issue is he hasn't been a very good hitter for a very long time. Like, he had a little nice stretch with the Blue Jays where he was like a solid hitter for a couple of years. But not even a couple of years, just like an okay hitter at best. But this past season, a 93 WRC plus, the year prior, an 88 WRC plus. I just don't view this as the type of guy that you take, and you say, all right, this is the type of guy that we should, invest heavily on. This is the type of guy that the New York Yankees should be going out and trying to get. I don't think he's a replacement for Gleyber Torres. He's definitely not a replacement for Gleyber Torres. Definitely not. Is he a solid defender? Sure. But even the base running value, like, is it enough to justify, like, he's got 26 steals, but he was caught 10 times, right? Like, he still gets caught a decent amount. He runs into his base running outs. He's just not the type of guy that you replace Gleyber with. Solid utility guy for a team, but definitely not the Yankees. And yeah, that's how I view it. I have a bad feeling the Dodgers might get Yamamoto after getting Ohtani. They're going to be heavily interested. That's the MO. Like, they're heavily interested. We'll just have to wait and see if the New York Yankees are, going to be the team that ends up with Yamamoto. We don't know who's going to get Yamamoto until Yamamoto signs. That's just how it is. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but not crazy. I know it sounds boring, but that's just how it is, Monday is the 18th. I hope y'all are forced to live stream. Hey, man, I'll be coming back. I'm not going to be home Sunday. So, Monday, I'm going to be leaving somewhere at like 4 or 5 to travel home. If I did live stream, it would be late. I'll see if I can do it. I would love to go live, but I don't know if I'm going to get home in time to be live at a time in which people are going to be up. But we'll wait and see. Definitely, as we get closer, I can give you guys some clarification. Definitely by Friday. Tomorrow, we'll definitely have an answer on that, and I'll be here to stream it and give you some clarification, Danny. Fakey Fake goes, when will we know if Sasaki is successful in using his claws to force his way here this year? It's not going to happen this year. 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 Just giving you guys that heads up. So I don't think we're going to know about anything this year. So basically for the rotation, plan A is Yamamoto and Montas. Plan B is Keller and Montas from what it sounds like you'd be leaning towards. Yeah, like if you told me the Yankees walked away with Mitch Keller in the rotation, I'd be really fucking happy. Like I'd be so happy. That would be so sick. But yeah, like that's how I feel about the situation. I think that would be a really, really, really fun outcome for the New York Yankees. Like I would love for them to get Mitch Keller. And also he's got a little bit of like, he pitches deep into games. It's a guy I think can get better at the New York Yankees. So yeah, like that's how I view it. Also, John Heyman, I know that, so this was actually reported by MLB Nerds. Jack came on here and talked about, this afternoon that the Dodgers were potentially looking for an extension with, the Rays or with Tyler Glasnow. Some financials were kind of in the mix, but, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see how this trade goes down. But, I'm going to credit Jack and I think it's also Bruce. I'm going to make sure I pronounce it. Bruce Kuntz is his name. don't feel great about saying the last name, but yeah, both those guys broke that deal and broke the return, and both these guys deserve the credits. So that's the guys I'm going to give credits to. But John Heyman, great reporter as well. Whit Merrifield's overrated as fuck by the Boomers or LB fans who think like Boomers. Yeah, he's just not good. What would it cost to get Miller? That's a good question. If you trade like Peraza and Pereira, would you get Bryce Miller? I think you would, right? Like, but yeah, I think you actually would. You would give them two generation. You give them two everyday players in Peraza and Pereira. The issue is just that you want more established talent. I feel like if you're the Mariners, you're trading a guy like Bryce Miller. Bryce Miller is really good. Like, Bryce Miller has the upside to be like an ace caliber pitcher in this league. Maybe the Yankees would have to trade like Gleyber Torres, but you know, I don't really feel like this is a situation with the New York Yankees. You know, I feel like this isn't a situation with the New York Yankees. Are going to get heavily involved here. They would have to trade offense or pitching, and right now they need offense. Now they also need pitching, but you know, I just don't see Bryce Miller as the guy they're going to go after. That's my opinion. Wait and see. I'm a Yankee fan, and I realize we have a weakness with left-handed starters. What would you give up for Braxton Garrett and Trevor Rogers from Miami? That's another like you probably the package starts with Pereira, Peraza, maybe Jones. I don't know, but these are two like Braxton Garrett's one hell of a pitcher. Braxton Garrett's one hell of a get. If you were to land him, he's going to cost a pretty penny. I know that technically he might be available, but I just don't see the Marlins trading him. Like, he gave them 159 and 2/3 innings of a 3.66 ERA, and he has, I think, 4 or 5 more years of control. Like, are you going to trade 5 years of control of Braxton Garrett? That just seems crazy to me. Like, over the last 2 years as a starter, 85 ERA minus, which is really good. 23.8% strikeout rate, 5.1% walk rate, 48.7% ground ball rate. Does get hit a little hard, has given up some home runs, but overall has been a really, really, really good pitcher. So, you know, I don't think Braxton Garrett is going to be a guy that the Miami Marlins are actively shopping on the trade market, at least given the situation they're in right now. Cole Yamamoto, Rodon, Burns, and Keller would be a sick rotation. Nobody can trade for Corbin Burns and Mitch Keller after trading for Juan Soto. Like, nobody can do that. Nobody can do that at all. Like, no shot. That would be awesome, but like, no shot. We all know Noah Syndergaard's cooked, but who the fuck wants to sign him? Nobody. If you go to the Dodgers, if you go to Tread Athletics, if you go to Driveline, if you go to Cleveland and you can't figure it out, you're done. Your career's over. That's just how the pitching thing works. Generational last name. Yes, Bruce has a generational last name. Also, really good follow on Twitter. Really, really good guy. So, yeah. I'm available for trade if the Yankees need pitching. I miss you, Drew. The Milwaukee Brewers said they're not going to trade Corbin Burns for opening day, so I'm not really considering Burns at the moment. Even if they were, I just don't think the Yankees would have been the top bidder for that. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong. I am wrong all the time. I am proud about being wrong because I believe that, you know, being wrong is part of what makes me me. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And again, if you guys have not seen that picture of Alex Verdugo clean shaven, it is fucking hideous. Like, it is bad. Hopefully, like, good Lord. He's got to get the grills off, too. I would trade for Bieber all day, every day, and twice on a Sunday with zero regrets. I agree. Depends on the price tag, but I definitely agree for the most part. Do you think the Yankees would have to give up way too much for Jesus Luzardo from Miami? Yeah, he would cost a pretty penny, to say the very least. He would cost a metric ton to get him. So, you know, I really do think that the Yankees are not going to be landing one of these Miami starters because I consider them all highly valuable. And I consider the Yankees, you know, a team that needs offense, not a team that needs to go out and trade offense. So, you know, that's my situation. That's my opinion on the situation. Yeah. And also Fun Vision says, hey, Ryan, hey, I hope you're doing well, my man. I hope you're having a good night. Honestly, I disagree with you. I think our weakness is pitching rather than hitting. Our offense was great last year. We finished bottom 10 in runs scored. So, yeah, I wouldn't say it was great. It was bad last year, man. Now, if you want to say the current Yankee offense is going to be good, I agree with that. But I wouldn't start just shipping off players from the position player core to get pitchers. But yeah, Clay Holmes, since his Yankee debut, 154.2 innings pitched. He's been one of the 10 best relievers in all of baseball since coming over to the Yankees, and not enough people appreciate him because he's not Mariano Rivera, because nobody's Mariano Rivera. Trading Gleyber now would probably be a step backwards if it's for Miller. Long term, it'll be fine because Bryce Miller's upside and control, but in the immediate future, Gleyber is more valuable. I agree. Now, maybe if you were able to do something like trading for Miller, and then trading for Polanco, yeah, like I'd be so game for that. But like, that's not happening. Like it's not something the Yankees are doing. So, you know, I don't think the Yankees are going to go down that avenue. So yeah. And I agree, Trevor. Danny Wagner goes, Ryan, I'm amazed at how well you're handling work, school, and these live streams. I love your energy. Danny, I appreciate you, man. Look, I love this thing. I love this channel. I love doing this. This is my life. This is all I've ever wanted to do. And I'm proud to be doing it. So, I'm always going to be proud to do it. I'm always going to be proud to represent Fireside Yankees, Empire Sports Media, and give you guys a show. Shohei Ohtani didn't get Tommy John surgery. Yeah, he got like an elbow surgery. Was not Tommy John surgery. He just he got some elbow surgery. Was not a Tommy John surgery. So kind of not a surgery, not your typical Tommy John. I don't really know what the exact specifics on it are, because he's a very private guy. He's a very closed off guy. He doesn't just say anything that's on his mind. So yeah, those grills look terrible. Yeah, they look disgusting. I'm not gonna lie, they're gross. We need Yamamoto so bad. Yeah, so the way I look at it is, Michael, I want Yamamoto because it would change everything. It would be so cool if we had Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and it would, establish us as that's the evil empire would be back, and they would be getting a guy who is a top of the line, front line starting pitcher, gives them a guy to pair at the top of the rotation with Garrett Cole. This is the type of guy you need to sign, right? This is 100% the type of guy that you absolutely sign every day. Like, you need this guy on your team. Do you see another pitcher that's coming out of Japan more as a reliever than a starter, Ryan? Do you see more as a starter than a reliever? I have not seen that. I would need a specific name. Josh Hader at that same time. Yeah, look, Josh Hader was terrible in 2022. He is just as prone to blow-ups and being inconsistent as Clay Holmes. And, he only pitches 3 innings. So, 3 outs. And so, he's not going to be versatile. He's not going to go out and give you multiple innings, which is important. Like, that's something that matters to the Yankees. And I think that, ultimately they shouldn't view the situation as, hey, we need Josh Hader because we need to replace Clay Holmes. I think what they need to be doing is, strengthening their bullpen depth with lower cost arms, take flyers, and, take the big shots at starting pitchers. That's how I'm going to view it. In his press conference, Soto said he'll play anywhere and bat everywhere. Anywhere. Yes, he did say that. He's very open to whatever he needs to do. We'll see how the Yankees apply him in the lineup. A healthy Judge and Soto makes the entire lineup better. They will gain 2 players reaching base 10% more of the time. That sounds low, but that could increase runs scored by up to 20%. No, dude, you're right. Adding Juan Soto increases your run scoring by a metric ton. Like, it's unbelievable the exponential increase you get in offense if you have Juan Soto. Now, the additions of guys like Alex Verdugo certainly strengthen things. You hope certain guys like Stanton and Rizzo can stay healthy. We'll wait and see. But I definitely do think that the New York Yankees, they're significantly better with Juan Soto. And yeah, even if that's their main addition and that's their only big addition, I still feel that way. I'm convinced the Yankees still have the beer policy just to expose the people with no chin. As somebody, I don't really have a strong chin. Yeah, I wouldn't say I have a strong chin. I have an okay chin. So, I can't diss on people with weak chins. So, yeah, I'm not going to lie. Alex Verdugo, though, that dude looks feeble. If we don't get Yamamoto, what's plan B? Michael, I think it's Imanaga or, get Montas and, try to figure it out from there. I don't really know what their plan B is. I don't know what their plan B is. I'm going to be honest with you. How do the Yankees compare to the Orioles next year? You have to put everything you have to bet on a bet to win the division. Who do you go with? I'm going with the New York Yankees. I know that this is a hot take. I know it's a take that is not going to be popular. I understand. And I'm willing to take my licks here. I'm willing to be wrong. But let's look at the back end of this. Let's look at the rotation here for the Orioles. It's Kyle Bradish, good pitcher. Grayson Rodriguez, I think, is going to be a good pitcher, but hasn't proved it yet, has not stayed healthy enough for it, has not pitched deep enough into games. John Means coming back from Tommy John surgery, not sure what he's going to be. Dean Kramer, about league average. Cole Irvin, about league average, right? Probably a little worse. Bullpen's really good, but they just lost Felix Bautista. That was a huge piece for them. He's not going to pitch for the entire season. Their offense is going to be good. I just don't think that they're, I think if you run back the season, I think that they're going to be within 90 wins. And, I don't think the Yankees are done. I think the Yankees are going to get another piece. And I think that by getting another piece, the New York Yankees are going to be in a situation where, they're going to go out and I think they're going to get more pitching. I don't know if the Orioles are necessarily going to be as aggressive to get better. And I think the Yankees are going to kind of close that gap with a guy like Juan Soto. And look, if they get Yamamoto, I don't think there's really a question. So yeah, I just trust the Yankees' ability to get high-end talent a lot more than the Orioles. Josh Hader is just a white rollers chat. I'm not going to make that comparison, but I'm not going to make that comparison. Anthony Imanaga. Yeah, Imanaga serves as a really good plan B. On-base percentage is like a compound interest as the season progresses. I agree. Ryan the Chin Garcia. I like it. Hey, look, I will definitely take that nickname. It's better than anything else I have. I don't have a nickname. I'm glad to see Drew Thorpe's back tonight from his workout with the Dodgers. I think he meant the Padres, but yeah, he's squeezing in time between the workouts. Your chin's better than Verdugo. That is true. I do have more facial hair than Verdugo too. I didn't realize that Dylan Cease had 2 years of arbitration left. I felt like he had more like 4 or 5 years of arbitration left. Yeah, it's 2. And I also don't think the Yankees are going to be a top suitor for him. I think it's going to be a team like maybe the Orioles pull off that trade, right? If the Orioles pull off the trade for Dylan Cease, okay, then I feel more confident about saying they're going to win the division or something like that. But, we'll see how his market moves. Maybe the Dodgers throw themselves in that ring. We shall see. If Jason Dominguez is himself again and Spencer Jones tears up AAA, it might be hard to make a case for paying Soto $600 million to be a DH. No, you still play Soto because you want to throw out a generational team. Yeah, you want to put out a generational team. Pretty tired, Danny, but I'm here for it. Thorpe's a grinder, man. This dude grinds. Like, I know you guys are like, hey, I appreciate you going on these streams, doing it through school and everything. This guy's a grinder. Drew Thorpe's the grinder here, not me. Danny Neighbor goes, Ryan, my G, love the channel. Once again, we're the New York Yankees. We get Yamamoto for 10 years, $320 to $340 million. 10 years, $330 million. That's what I'll put it at. And I think the Yankees get him. So, yeah, Danny, I agree. Fuck it. We're the New York Yankees, baby. We got this. Anthony Manzano goes, okay, I'll clarify my question from earlier. When you look at Imanaga, Ryan, do you see him more as a reliever or starter of the highlights or tape you've seen of him? So look at the tape, look at the numbers. I think he's a starter. I think his stuff is a starter's repertoire. Now, he could be a really good reliever if he doesn't pan out as a starter, but he has the makeup to be a starter. He has plus pitches. He has multiple plus pitches. He led the WBC and stuff plus. This is the type of guy that I think, really does, this is the type of guy that I think can really slot into the middle of a rotation and really pop out next year. So I'm very confident that he's going to be that guy in 2024 and beyond for whatever team he signs with. And I think he'll sign with the Red Sox. Verdugo without a beard is awful. Zach, I agree. It's fucking terrible. It's unwatchable, dude. It is unwatchable. Protest the team. No, I'm joking. If we lose out on Yamamoto, then I think a package for Bieber and Class A makes sense. 5 is a control for Class A with Holmes leaving next year. It's not now. I could see that, but you have to pay him and you have to trade a ton. Just go sign relievers. Go develop relievers. I don't think you have to go out and make that type of trade commitment to do that, and also you are adding money. You are adding money to your payroll, and every dime counts when we're talking about, every dime counts when we're talking about, a player, a franchise that's about to make some pretty big financial commitments or attempt to make some big financial commitments in the near future. The Orioles need a more experienced veteran pitching. That's also good. That was a problem for them in the postseason. Very inexperienced. Yeah, I think their lack of veteran pitching cost them a lot in the playoffs. I don't think they're a team that was built necessarily to win the postseason. I think that'll change. I think it'll be better next year, but that requires upgrades. That requires upgrades, people, and currently they have not made those upgrades. Orioles don't also look as dominant as they did, as like they were last year in projections. Yeah, they don't have great projections. I'm not saying that to say that it's impossible that they figure things out. I'm just saying it to say, they don't look great in projections. That is a truth. That is an objective truth about what's going on with the New York Yankees or with the Baltimore Orioles. They are not a team that projects remarkably well. God hates the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson's injury definitely sucks. With Gomez, Heel, and other young guys here and coming, all the Yankees gave up replaced. If not for me, Soto would not be a Yankee. You're welcome. Drew Thorpe, I salute you, my man. I salute you, my dog. The Texas Rangers really haven't done anything to improve their roster either, and I still think they need a starting pitcher and a couple of relief pitchers and someone like JD Martinez to DH. Yeah, they need a reliever. They need some starting pitching help. They haven't had that. They haven't gained that yet. We'll have to wait and see what they are next year. But, I think the AL is very I think the AL is very, 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 very open. And the Yankees should go out and take advantage of it. How good is the Yankees pitching depth? Top 5? Yeah, I'll say top 5. Soto is primarily happy to be Yankee because he doesn't have to go facial hair. Yeah, he doesn't have facial hair, so it's kind of like doesn't matter to him anyways. Can I say I hate Verdugo on here? You can do whatever you want, man. This is you are not, you do not, I can't sit here and start going, I hate this guy on the Yankees because, I want to be professional. I don't want to be, I don't want to come off as a narc, but, or not a narc. I mean, that sounds like it's like, I'm not insulting anybody who hates Alex Verdugo. I'm just trying to say, I don't think I can publicly do it. I can publicly just go out and start going on a rampage about players if I want to cover these guys. And if I want to, be a quote unquote professional. So, you have every reign though, to go out and say whatever you guys want about players. I'm just not going to agree all the time publicly. Trevor goes, Alex Verdugo looks awful even with that beard. Just a weird looking guy. He is not a looker. That's what I'll say. He's not a looker. 9 years, $305 million for Yamamoto to be enough to get him. Hey, it could get higher than that, man. It depends on how teams really view Yamamoto and who's willing to make large offers. Bro, please tell me the Yankees are going to get Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Luna, I can't guarantee anything, but I think that the New York Yankees have a good chance at landing Yoshinobu Yamamoto. But, yeah. Over under 90 home runs for Judge and Soto. I'm going to go under. I know it's a hot take. It's going to go under. Soto really isn't a big home run hitter. He's only hit 35 home runs his career max. Isn't a bad thing. He's still an elite level hitter. But, I think Judge is going to settle around 50. Soto around 35. I think 85 is a number for those two guys. YouTube is scoring up with notifications for upcoming channels. I missed 3 in a row for this channel. Hey, man, it is what it is. It happens. Don't worry about it. I understand. Don't worry about it. That's why we have that's why I'm streaming as much as I can. So I'm trying to get as much content as I can so that, there are various options of content and lanes for you guys to go through with content. We can offer Yamamoto whatever he wants for 10 years plus an opt-out after year 4. It'll only be a 4-year contract. Yeah, that's kind of how I view it too. The Yankees could give him an opt-out after year 4 and kind of make it a 4-year commitment. So, I don't think it's a situation where the New York Yankees are going to be making a long-term commitment if they play their cards right. Luka Brunson and Mitchell, I would love this. I would clearly, but I don't think it's going to work because you can't have 3 small guards. But yeah, it is what it is. Uncle Steve is going to outbid everyone for the Mets. Wilfredo, I hope you're wrong. I don't know. We'll see. Wait and see on that front. Verdugo looks like Buzz from Home Alone. That's fucked, but you're not wrong. Drew Thrope, the GOAT. Trevor, my guy, the bromance here. Hal Boss 2.0 will put Yamamoto under a tree for us. To Soto, Mark Teixeira, my word. Next to Soto, Mark Teixeira, my words. I think you meant mark your words, but I mark your words, dude. I strongly believe that the New York Yankees are going to gift wrap us, Mr. Yamamoto, under our Christmas trees. Thank you for Soto, Drew. That's pretty funny. Do you think that Rizzo goes back to 2022 form? He was a 135 WRC plus hitter, I believe, that year. And I think that's an unfair expectation for a guy entering his age 34 season, coming off of a concussion. I think a 115 to 120 WRC plus is more realistic, and I think that is something that he can definitely do. Maybe we do see a 120 to 125, but, I'll say 120 is a good, that's a successful season for Anthony Rizzo if the glove is as good as it was last year. Is next year boomer bust for Volpe? I love the kid, but the stats on Twitter are alarming versus breaking balls. It has to change. I don't know if I would say boomer bust, but it would certainly limit his ceiling if he has a bad year next year. Now, if he puts up a 100 WRC plus and plays really good defense and does really good base running, he's going to end up probably being a 4-WAR player. And that's a really nice player to have in your team. So, we'll wait and see kind of how things evolve from there. But I'm not going to sit here and confidently claim one way or another that Anthony Volpe is going to boom or he's going to bust next season. There's a lot riding on, a lot of factors that we necessarily can't project at home. Pay Yamamoto, and fill remaining holes in the team with prospects. By the way, you pay Volpe, Dominguez, Jones. You'd be done with Cole, Rodon, Stanton, LeMahieu, Rizzo, etc. Yeah, so the big thing is that the Yankees wouldn't have to pay those guys. That is true. They would not have to pay those guys until a lot of these guys, I guess, what would the word be for? Until they clear payroll, right? They're going to clear payroll, and that's when they have to pay these guys. So, yeah, certainly an interesting situation where the Yankees have a really good chance to kind of capitalize on a weird financial window for them where they just have money flying off the books for the next 4 years. Drew, how's the change up? Drew's change up's great. I will be back on the Yankees in a few years, but at 5 years, $135 million. Okay, Drew. I want Stan off the Yankees, please. Lol. You might get DFA'd if he doesn't play well next year. I'm very much of the belief he might get DFA'd next year. It's not an unrealistic possibility. I absolutely cringe when I hear Uncle Stevie. I don't cringe, but it's just kind of sure, Uncle Stevie. Let's see if he gets Yamamoto, or let's see if we do. Trey, my guy, my change is the best in the game. I'm old school. I throw downhill, and I'm tough to square up. I sound cocky, but I'm packing it up. This guy's one of a kind. One of a kind. Anthony Rizzo is 2016 World Series champion. Juan Soto's 2019 World Series champion. Yeah, we got winners on this ball club, folks. We got World Series pedigree on the New York Yankees. That's something that other ball clubs in this great league cannot say. Witt or Rutschman? Adley Rutschman. Bro, I believe the Yankees need to add at least one more hitter at third base because the pitching was fine last year, except for two players. I just don't think that the New York Yankees are going to add a third baseman. That's just where I'm at on that front. Let me see here. Volpe's the real deal. I promise. I hope you're right. Ray Concepcion says, remember Rizzo has the captain's hitting coach. I hope it helps him. I hope he goes out and puts up a 130 WRC plus. I'm just factoring in age here and some other variables. Will y'all be doing live reports from spring training? Spring training, I'm not going to confirm anything. I'm not going to confirm anything. I'm not going to confirm anything about, the situation with spring training. I'm not going to sit here and give you guys definitive answers. If you guys had to pick for just one of each, what would you predict the Yankees' biggest strength to be relative to other playoff teams, and what is their biggest potential weakness? The bullpen is their strength. I think the bullpen's always going to be their strength. I think the rotation's currently their biggest weakness. That's my opinion on the matter. I trust Matt Blake, but the Yankees analytics we talk about adjusting Yamamoto's delivery scares me. Nobody in the Yankees analytics has said that. Nobody said it. Trust me, nobody has said that. I promise you, nobody has said that. Are the Royals going to be somewhat competitive this season in their division, or are they going to be pretenders? I think they're pretenders all the way. Maybe they get another starter and they kind of get themselves out of that. Maybe if they get another starter, then you have Cole Reagans, maybe like a Marcus Stroman, a Seth Lugo. I'm going to try to look at the rest of the rotation and not puke, but they have their offense isn't very good. It could be good next year, but it just hasn't been very good. They do have Brady Singer, who has been good in years past. Maybe he rebounds. But yeah, it relies on a lot of things. They need a lot to go right for them to compete next year. And it's the Kansas City Royals. So is a lot going to really go right for them? Probably not. What do you think Rizzo and Stanton's stats will look like at the end of the year? I think Rizzo will have a 150. I think Rizzo will have a 120 WRC plus. I think Stanton will have a 110. That's the two numbers I have for those two guys. Are you concerned at all with Rodon's poor pitch run values? No, because that's not predictive. Those metrics are not predictive. They are not reflective of your stuff or pitch quality. They're reflective of outcomes. And outcomes are not always, again, they're not indicative of future results. What we should be paying attention to is like stuff metrics. And I think that he performs really well in his stuff metrics soon. So yeah, I'm not too concerned yet. Yo, Ryan, what's up, Chant? John, I hope you're doing well, my man. I hope you're doing good. So you're saying it's possible in regards to spring training? I'm leaving it up in the air. It's open. It's an open-ended answer. Interpret it however you want to. Not however you want to. The interpretation is there's nothing set in stone. Who's your favorite TV announcer you've ever watched on TV? I think Joe Buck is a classic, no? I think he's really good. I like Joe Davis. I like Michael Kay. I like John Sterling. I think those are kind of like my picks. So, yeah. With no bias, who do you think gets Yamamoto? The Dodgers, the Yankees, or the Mets? Dodgers or Yankees? That's who I think is going to be. Does the fan base realize how good Soto's going to be next year? He and Judge may be 1 and 2 in this MVP race. Yeah, Sam G with Ohtani out of the league, the AL. Those two guys. I mean, so according to projections, right? And projections aren't everything, but according to Steamer, the guys who are projected to be the two best players in the American League are Juan Soto and Aaron Judge in that order, right? Like, the two best players in the American League are projected to be on the same team. So, I'm going to sit here and say that the Yankees have two of the best players in the AL, and they're going to have two guys who give them a really good shot to have an MVP candidate or have an MVP winner. I know I have been hard on Omar Minaya, but after learning the fact that he helped the Yankees land Soto in the trade, Omar can stay for now. Now, for Sabian, however, I'm not going to speak on either of the two guys. I mean, I don't know what their rules are exactly. I don't know what they've vetoed, what they've been for, what they've been against. So, I'm not going to let reports speak on their track record. I'll let their track record speak for itself. I coached Drew Singer in travel ball. Look, man, Brady Singer, I think he's a guy who can bounce back, but I don't know, like you're banking on the Royals to do that, and that's not really great. Hopefully Rodon bounces back. We need it big time. I believe that a good Carlos Rodon will lead to the Yankees winning, 100 games next year. Like that's how far I'm willing to go on this. Buck. Oh, Danny, what's good, my man? I hope you're doing well, my boy. Bautista has had a 60% whiff percentage on a splitter this season now. He was unbelievable. It's unfortunate he had Tommy John surgery because he was absolutely unbelievable. Rodon needs a third pitch to succeed in New York. 2 is not going to work. I think he could do it with 2 pitches. I just think that hitters just figured it out and he wasn't commanding his pitch as well. And that's kind of all culminated in a really bad year for him. By the way, if you guys want to like, comment, and subscribe, make sure you guys do that. We'd really appreciate it. We're on a road for 10,000 subscribers, and we just crossed 9.2. So, we're under 800 subscribers now. So we're under 800 subscribers to get to the illustrious 10K situation. With Yamamoto, could the Yankees have the 2 best pitchers in the AL? Yeah, like that would be a top pitching duo for sure. Do you think Will Warren will be up opening day as he's one of the better pitcher stuff wise in AAA? I don't know if it's on opening day, but he'll certainly be here very soon. Yes Network on Hot Stove keeps talking about him. That's huge. And I personally think he has the upside to be one of the best pitchers, one of the best pitchers of this upcoming rookie class. Where do you think Judge and Soto duo ranks all time? I don't know. I can't sit here and give a definitive answer until they play together. That's my opinion on it. Unfortunately, that's a boring answer, but it is what it is. Kenyon Milton, 1 year, $1.3 million. Take it or leave it. I would take it and run. Like, that would be sick. I would love that. That would be perfect. I would do that every day of the week. He's going to get way more money than $1.3 million, though. Do you think Cortez will be back to his 2022 stats, 2024? If you're asking me if I think he's going to put up a 2.44 ERA, no. But if you're asking me if he's going to be good next year, I'll say yes. I think he's going to be a good pitcher next year. Drew, would you take deferred money? That's a good question. Rocky goes, plan Yamamoto, plan A, sign Yamamoto. Plan B, sign Montgomery. Plan C, sign Big Snell. Plan D, starter. I think I would go as plan B, try to get Mitch Keller. That's my plan B. Just like, even if you get a no, just try to go out and get him and see how that goes. But I think he's a really, really, really good pitcher, and I really want the Yankees to go out and get a guy like him. I'm betting that Nessa has a better bounce back year than Rodon. I don't know about that. I think Rodon's a supremely more talented pitcher. But I'll take both these guys being good. I'm not rooting for either of them to be better than the other. I'm just rooting for them to both be good next year. $1 million of Soto, Ohtani, Yamamoto locked up with the Yankees. I'll take those. I'll take the 3 players. I know I want $1 million, but I got to take one for the team, guys. I got to give you guys what you need. Imagine if Judge got better because Soto gives him protection, 74 home runs soon. If he hits 74 home runs, that would be special. Now, I don't know. I don't necessarily always buy into the idea of violent protection. So that's why I'm kind of like, not that I'm bullish, but it's kind of like, I think they're both really good hitters. And I think that was going to be the case whether they were together or not together. But now that they are together, they're going to form an offense that could be generational. Watch out for Brendan Beck this season. Brendan Beck's pretty good. I like Brendan Beck for 2024. And I think he can be a pretty good pitcher going forward. Do you see Luis Gil as a 2 to 3 inning reliever or an 8th or 9th inning reliever? I think 2 to 3 inning, kind of like, bulk reliever. We'll wait and see. We shall wait and see on that front. I just hit thumbs up for you, man. Dr. Hitskins, you're the man. Yes, I would take deferred money, but for the Padres, this guy's hilarious. Have you considered being an auctioneer? No, I don't do well with people. I'm bad with people. Gonna go eat. See you, Ryan. Zach, have a good night. I appreciate you stopping by. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just the girl that claims King stacking racks. What a fucking name. What a fucking intro, man. That's A+. Steve Cohen could pay the most. Olivia Rodrigo could also take $1 billion from Sarasota Prince. Nobody's picking the orange and blue losers over the Yankees or Dodgers. I just saw Olivia Rodrigo. She has a man now, so taking it pretty rough, but oh well. Thank you for reminding my comment. Hey, you're the man, Rocky. I appreciate you stopping by and giving us a question. I don't know why the Dodgers want Mookie at second base rather than Chris Taylor and put Hayward in left field, but whatever. Maybe CT can't play every day infield anymore. I just think Mookie Betts is comfortable with that. So, yeah, I think he's just comfortable with being at second base. I think the Dodgers are just going to do what's comfortable for him. Do you like Wyatt Langford? Yeah, a lot. Lewis Hill can be another Delon Betances. I don't know about that because Delon Betances is like a top reliever in all of baseball. But, yeah. Jack Flaherty to the Tigers? Yeah, I saw that. Jack Flaherty will be going to the Tigers according to Trevor Plouffe. Cole, Yamamoto, Rodon, 1 through 3. Ring 28 is on the way. Focus. Matthew Fortes, I agree. We're going to get that ring if we get those 3 guys at the rotation with what we have with Soto already. Gomez will replace King at some point. I don't know if he'll ever be built up the way that he is, but, I do believe that, a guy like Will Warren could be like the Michael King replacement. Drew, for you being so young, smart business already. I love that guy. Riz up Olivia Ryan. Nah, I got bigger. I got bigger aspirations right now. I got focused. I'm focused in. I'm locked in on something. Sign Josh Hader? Nah, Rocky. I'm sorry. I don't think the Yankees are going to sign Josh Hader, and I don't think they should, given the needs that they have and given the fact that Hader's going to cost one hell of a pretty penny, and there are going to be some teams that need him a lot more. So, yeah. Yankees versus who? 2024 World Series. I'll go Dodgers. That would be sick. Yankees v. Dodgers. Baseball wants that too. Rob Manfred is already pulling the strings. I'm joking about that, obviously. But yeah, now I'm not going to lie. This stream's probably going to end closer to the 1 hour mark. I will not lie. I'll be transparent, a little exhausted, have not slept in about 24 hours. So, we'll see. That's not good, but, probably going to end this stream close to the 1 hour mark. But, I'm probably because we're ending at the 1 hour mark, we're going to go tomorrow and do another live. So, yeah. Just giving you guys that heads up. If Yoendrys Gomez will fail, I wonder if I don't know if Yoendrys Gomez will break camp, to be honest. I think he can. I think he has really good stuff. I hope to see him break camp because I think his stuff is good and I like what he can bring to the table. I hate to say it, but I believe Rodon will fill in New York. I'm getting serious Sonny Gray vibes. I don't know about that. I think the difference is that, I don't know. Like, oh, and by the way, the Tyler Glasnow trade went through. So yeah, the Tyler Glasnow trade went through. It's Pepiot and yep. It's not a Passan bomb. Just want to clarify. It is an MLB Nerds and Bruce Kuntz bomb. Just clarifying that. So I'm just gonna at my boys because congratulations to them. I had Jack on the podcast today. Jack was the first guy on this, but I'm gonna be. And Passan, he reports it. And Glasnow is signing an extension in LA, which is something that was also, kind of believed to be true by Jack as well. So, really excited to see my guy get a trade and report it. Flaherty to the Tigers, saw that 1 year, $14 million. Did not see that. Oh, I just saw it. Seems Gomez going to be a reliever. Yeah, he's a reliever. Passan, yep. Glasnow trade, all that Passan stuff. Just gonna sort through all these Passan ones. You need another Red Bull brother. I had one before this, and I'm already crashing. It's just I need sleep at some point. Hater refused to pitch more than inning in SD. I'm sorry, I'm not down with that. I agree. I'm not really down for that. Bring back D-Rob. No. Maybe it's for really cheap, but I'll say no. Luisio, I'm very bullish on for 2024. I'm just not sure how many innings he's going to give you, which is that's always a big question. So, not sure how many innings you're going to get next year from those guys. Jeff Passan is always late. I wouldn't say he's late. He's not late, but he waited for the trade to be confirmed. That's all. What do you think is a percent chance for Yamamoto to the Yankees? 35 to 40%. Bring back David Robinson. Raise man out in that deal. Good trade. Why the hell are we not sleeping, man? Because I want to be here doing news, dude. Like, the chin's giving us the facts we need. Last time was weird. Also, I'm doing a business final. So a little bit of transparency here. I'm doing a business law final. And that brief was kind of kicking my ass. So, I'm not a law student, to clarify. If I was, trust me, I would not be able to do school and work. That would be crazy. But, I'm taking a business law class. And, it's been one struggle. It's certainly been a struggle to get through business law. But, hey, this is my finals week. After this, I should be good, and I should be able to sleep as much as I want while doing work. So, have like a month to kind of navigate through that. But yeah, the Glasnow trade, this is kind of huge. All things considered, the Rays lose, a good pitcher. They're going to gain a pitcher I think is going to be good for them back. But they're not out on Yamamoto. They being the Dodgers, they are not out on Yamamoto. They are still going to go out and be aggressive for him. I just wonder if they're willing to go to those upper echelons. Get some rest, Ryan. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, I'll be here for a few more minutes. Don't worry about it. You get those straight A's, Ryan? Yeah, no, I did not get straight A's. I remember those days, man. Stay strong. I'm staying strong. I'm just hanging on. I'm hanging on. But I am going to end up taking a nice little nap. I'm going to take a nice little nap at some point. Probably eat some mofongo. I've got some mofongo going. But yeah, so there's that. I'm probably going to wrap things up here, actually. Not going to lie. I can feel the crash hitting. That crash is hitting hard. I feel you, man. I was up all night too and took a 3-hour analog. I need to take a nap or just sleep. What's my major? I was majoring in business, but I'm going to switch to communications and media, which you guys might go like, hey, why weren't you doing communications and media anyways? And I agree. Why wasn't I doing that anyways? Yamamoto will be finalized by week's end, 9-265 to the Yankees. I think it's going to be a little bit higher than that, but I hope you're right, man. I don't care what people say. The Glasnow trade's a good sign for the Yankees. Good sign for us and Yamamoto. I think it's just that the Yankees aren't going to, the Dodgers may not be as desperate as the Yankees. The Yankees might be super desperate, but we'll wait and see. We shall wait and see. Stay in business. Nope. Going into media. I think that, I think that the New York Yankees, I think that this is what I want to do. This is what I love. I want to be producing the best content I can for you guys. I want to be the best version of myself that I can be. And I want to be able to write articles and go to games and be a press guy and, get post-game stuff, get you guys sources. I want this to be a media empire, right? Like Empire Sports Media. I know that's like pun intended, but I believe in this. I believe in Fireside Yankees and I believe in Empire Sports Media. I know that people are like, oh, you're going to take a job offer somewhere else. This is my home. Like, this is where I've been. for 4 or 5 years now. Like, I love this place. This is what's made me happy. I've been, this is what I love. Like, I'm going to go into media. Like, that's what I'm going to do. Hey, if it backfires on me, oh well, but I'm not scared of shit. Like, I'm not scared of shit. I'm scared of one thing, and it's not going all out for what I love. And this is what I love, and you guys are who I love, and I want this. I want to be the best I can be for you guys. And for the people here at Fireside Yankees who have given me the opportunity to, just shoot the shit on a live stream and do what I want in that kind of sense. If you get off, you'll mess up the juju. Do we have any good juju going? I feel like if somebody signed with the Yankees, I would have been like, all right, but wait and see. Get your rest, Ryan. Come back next stream strong. I'm fucking fumbling all my words. We'll be back. Don't worry. We'll be here. Don't worry, folks. Tomorrow's going to be great. Schmidt's going to have a big year, 180 innings pitched next year. I agree. 180 innings pitched. If he gives you a 4 ERA flat with 180 innings, that'd be really good. That'd be awesome. And I think the Yankees would be in a really good spot if they do those two things. So, I think if they can get Schmidt to give them a 4 ERA and 150 innings and be their 5th starter, that's huge for them. Like, I know that people aren't going to say that's flashy, but that's huge for them. That is absolutely huge for them. I think you made the right decision, Ryan. You're good at what you do. I hope I'm good at what I do. Like, that's the goal. I want to get better. Good is not enough. The goal is to be great. Mets will be the highest bidder, but will not get Yamamoto. That's a hot take, and I kind of agree. No limit, come see money. I almost said come money. Salute, my man. I hope you're doing well. F that. Yeah, FSY is on the rise. We're here, folks. We are here. Don't forget us when you make it. I'm not going to forget shit when you, like, I'll be sitting here taking every single question as we keep growing. I don't give a crap. Like, I don't give a crap how far we go. That's what's going to keep happening. Yamamoto, Glasnow, and Buehler would be an insane 1-2-3. It would be. That would be special. They've got Miller in there. They've got some guys. If you do what you love, it's not a job. I agree. David Lawrence goes low. Look, the good juju. I've got to wait to see the Yankees. Like, if the Yankees sign Yamamoto, I'm finding a way to stay awake. I'll peel my eyes open. It was a media communication major. It helped me with MLB Network. Yeah, like, the idea is just to develop the skills I need to be better at my job. So, you buying a Soto jersey at some point. Maybe if they extend him. Frank Maricchio goes, let's go Mets. It's the Yankee podcast, bud. Sorry. Doing lives will bring you to the promised land. I agree. Ryan's going to get jumped by John Boy and Jake. This is our turf. I don't think they're going to assault me. I think, I never talk to them, but I hope we're cool. I've never spoken to them. No, actually, we had Jake on the pod once. That is true. We did have Jake on the pod once. How the F did Jack Flaherty get $14 million? I have no idea. But hey, I mean, maybe people like what they see there. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to lie. I started taking on Shane Bieber. I think that's the best backup plan for Yamamoto. I would like that as the backup plan, but I just want Yamamoto because I want the New York Yankees to go out and get the best players available. If he wants the most money, he'll be a Met. Maybe, but like how much money is that? You know what I mean? Like, I think it'll be like $5 million, $6 million. I think that'll be like not enough for him to pick the Mets over like a team like the Dodgers and the Yankees. But we'll wait and see. Like, I'm not a source. We'll see if it's speculative. So, yeah, like I definitely think that, I think that their Mets are competitive, but I don't think that they have everything outside of money going for them. Wasn't a dog, man. I love your show. I know it wasn't a dig. I hope you're doing a great job. Drew Thorpe's here for the God's sake. You're right, man. Hey, I'm trying. I'm doing my best to grind, Shane Bieber's knuckle curve makes you feel things. I think his knuckle curve is something that needs to get better. So, yeah, this is interesting. I'm sorry. I'm just following everything that's going on here. Anyways, $300 million. Yeah, definitely $300 million. I'll take it. I'll take Bieber, but like, I want Yo quiero Yoshinobu Yamamoto. That's who I want. You bet your ass I'm here. It's my guy. I'm a Wisconsin guy. Who's always been a big Brewers and Yankees fan. Most people here rip me on it. Thank you for doing a live stream like this. So I can finally engage with the Yankees community. BJ Blitz. Yo, no judgments here. So, I don't pass judgments like that. And I appreciate you stopping by, bro. Like, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you tuning in from Wisconsin, my dude. Where would you rank Glasnow? Top 17? Yeah, I would say top 20. Top 20 is definitely, like, he's just so injury prone, it's hard to rank him. But I'd say top 20 is, like, fair, right? Rocky goes, you're the man. Hey, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. You're the GOAT. Yeah. I appreciate you guys. This is probably where I'm going to wrap things up. I'm exhausted. I'm going to go eat dinner. I'm going to go handle things. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be right back tomorrow at 7 p.m. with a longer live stream, a little more refreshed on some more sleep. We'll get back into things. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys can follow us on Fireside Yankees on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and of course, those are all our platforms. You guys can follow me at Ryan Garcia ESM on Twitter. Check out all of our content, turn on the notification bell, and I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night. Yamamoto watch will continue tomorrow night, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Everybody, have a really good night. Peace out, and enjoy your Thursday night.